This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Pursue Fitness Sportswear, and I'm joined by the gorilla, John Ryder. John, how are you keeping?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good. Obviously, it's always good to hear that you're doing well yourself. Obviously, we've come down here today going to get a glimpse of Joe Cordina ahead of his fight next week, and we've caught yourself and Ted just as you finished your session, so always a pleasure to catch up. What is the latest with yourself, John? Do you want to just fill us in as to what you've got lined up?
Mate, just pretty much just keeping fit, ticking over, just helping the boys out in the gym, just if they need any sparring, just waiting to get my own date confirmed.
You mentioned your own date confirmed. There's been a lot flying about of yourself and Chris Eubank Jr. What is the situation there? What types of talks have you had in negotiations?
Well, I've agreed to everything. On our part, it's agreed. We're just waiting on confirmation of a date and to say the fight's going ahead. So hopefully in the coming days or weeks we'll know more.
When you say everything's agreed on your part, do you know if maybe everything's been agreed on Chris Eubank Jr.'s side, or?
I don't know. I know we've agreed to what we've agreed to, and just have to see what materialises from that.
Now, obviously, Chris Eubank Jr.'s career seems to have gone towards ITV. You being with Matchroom and Sky, do you know what the deal is there? Will it be on ITV?
I believe so. I don't really know. I think we've been in negotiations with his team, so yeah, I believe it will be ITV.
So provided everything does go ahead, just talk to me about that fight then. How do you expect your styles to gel or to clash?
I think it could be a good fight. Do you know what I mean? He's shown his vulnerabilities. He's a southpaw. He got outboxed by Billy Joe. He made a late surge, but I think Billy Joe just done too much early on to be beaten. He won well, Billy Joe, but he's also been beat by George Groves. George Groves just outworked him and outmuscled him a bit. But listen, he's a good fighter. Do you know what I mean? Take nothing away from him. He's got a good pedigree. He's his father's son. Do you know what I mean? He's got a lot of his traits, and he's a good tough fighter. But I feel I'm in the form of my life, and that I can get these wins now.
Obviously, he fought James DeGale last time out. What was your thoughts on his performance and his victory against James?
I feel like James DeGale just cashed it out a bit, and he just I think he knew that he was riddled with injuries, and he was just going out to the biggest bidder there. Do you know what I mean? And good luck to him. He's been a great fighter, great British fighter. He's won the Olympic gold, won a world title, so he deserves to go out. Do you know what I mean?
Now, obviously, you're number one with the WBA, and you're waiting for the chance to fight Callum Smith as well. So why take on Chris Eubank Jr.? How come the opportunity to fight Callum just hasn't materialised as of yet?
Yeah, no, do you know what it is? It's just I'm not willing to play a waiting game. Do you know what I mean? I want to be active. I'm in the form of my life now, not in 6 months' time. I just want to keep busy. Who knows where I'll be in 6 months' time? Do you know what I mean? So just keep busy now, and just while I'm enjoying boxing, I want to be keeping busy and doing well, succeeding.
Does it ever play in your mind at all that maybe if the situation prolongs and he just continues to play out the way that he does, that maybe the opportunity might not drop for you?
Do you know what? Everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? So if that opportunity doesn't come about, something else will. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and I live by that, and it will come.
What plans have you got for yourself? I know we spoke about Chris Eubank Jr., but where can you see yourself going maybe 6 to 12 months' time?
Do you know what? I made a statement out in Vegas. I'm happy to go to the other side of the pond again and fight again. I enjoy it out there. It's a different atmosphere. So whether it's the UK or the US, I really don't care. I just want to fight now.
I mean, at 168, Billy Joe Saunders has just signed with Matchroom as well. Firstly, what was your thoughts on that?
I think a good move. Do you know what I mean? He's prolonged his career. He's going to get the best fights out there for him, and good luck to him.
I mean, you've got Billy Joe, Callum Smith, Danny Jacobs is seemingly going to move up to 168 as well now. How easy do you think it will be to make those fights, excluding Callum as we've just touched on him, just Billy Joe and with Danny Jacobs, for example?
Listen, easier than ever. Everyone's under the same banner. Danny Jacobs, Billy Joe, myself, Rocky Fielding, Callum Smith. Like all these fights can be made easier than ever now, so I don't see why we shouldn't have some blockbusters on our hands.
Just to move away from yourself as well, just touch on a few of your campmates. Firstly, Ted Cheeseman's British title defence against Scott Fitzgerald was officially announced. What are your thoughts on that fight?
It's a great fight. Fitzgerald's coming off a massive win against Fowler. Ted's coming off a loss for the European title to a great fighter in Sergio Garcia. I feel like an unlucky draw last time. I feel like he deserved to win. Take nothing away from Kieran Conway. He's a good fighter. He's down there a lot sparring. He's a good technical fighter, and I believe that you'll see the best of him soon. But I don't think Ted got the credit he deserved for that fight, and I believe that he'll put on a good show against Fitzgerald.
Joe Cordina as well, preparing to face Gavin Gwynn and defend his British titles next Saturday on the Loma-Campbell undercard again. Your thoughts on that?
Just a real talent. Just, you know what I mean, one of Britain's best. I don't really call him a prospect because he's an Olympian. Do you know what I mean? But he's an unbelievable talent. He's just grinding out these wins now and paving his way to the top.
Obviously, we've mentioned that it's on the Loma-Campbell undercard. How do you see that fight playing out?
So I think Luke Campbell's going to make it awkward for a while because he's just massive, isn't he? He's a big, long-rangey fella, and take nothing away from him, he's a great fighter himself. But Lomachenko is an unbelievable talent, and I'm a massive fan.
What's your prediction for that fight?
I could see Lomachenko on the points. I think Luke will have a lot of success early on, especially just making it awkward with range. But I could see Loma coming on strong at the end and just taking it on points.
And another British title fight, another British fighter who was in action this Saturday when he faces Sergey Kovalev for a world title. What are your thoughts on that bout out in Russia?
Fair play to him. I didn't think it's going to happen. There was nothing, no press conference, no nothing, and he's out there now. It's happening. He's there to win, and I believe he could cause an upset. You know what I mean? He's gone out there. He's confident in himself. He's confident in his ability. Listen, you got Kovalev, who's at the end of his career, coming off losses. Yarde's young and fresh and confident, and a confident fighter is a dangerous fighter. So good luck to him.
And finally, before I do let you shoot off and just have a shower and cool down, Joshua Ruiz, the rematch announced for Saudi Arabia. Your thoughts on it taking place out there?
Why not? You got to go where the money is. If the Saudi Arabians are putting, is it Saudi Arabians?
I think Saudis.
Saudis, so yeah, politically correct. If the Saudis are putting up the money for it, then why not? Do you know what I mean? It's a tough game. They should make as much money as they can.
How do you see the rematch playing out?
AJ coming back devastatingly, knocking out Ruiz.
Well, John Ryder, as always, I appreciate your time. So thanks for speaking to myself and Boxing Social.
No worries, thank you for having me.